Bro, this week genuinely humbled me, man. I realized that I was going about business and approaching it all wrong. We just completed our first shoot. How do you feel, bro?
I feel great.
Bro, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, bro. I can't lie. But next time, now we learned a lot though, huh?
Yeah.
If you're new here, my name is Andrelle and I'm documenting my journey of building my social media agency and personal brand from zero. Appreciate you for following the journey so far. This is week 2 and this week came with a lot of lessons, man. Obviously right now is week 3, but this video is reflecting on on last week. There were definitely a lot of challenges, a lot of mindset shifts and a lot of lessons learned. The main one I wanted to really share is authenticity when you don't have credibility. And let me dig deeper into that. I'm just reading from my notes here, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. I also got my breakfast. So yeah, the biggest lesson I learned from last week was to not fake credibility when you don't have it yet. When I would approach business owners and potential clients, I would try to fake credibility and sound like I was more than I was, if that makes sense. So I would use words such as I'll get back to you, and I'll get back to you, my team will get back to you. But I was just using buzzwords, you know, like I was acting like I have a team. In reality, I was just gonna bring my friends, you know. I guess I took faking it till you make it too literally. It's good to have that mindset, but I realized that other people can see through it when you're faking it too much, right? When you're trying to have credibility where you don't have credibility. Yeah, the way I realized this was I had to catch up with one of my mates. His name is Seth. Shout out to him. He's a GOAT, bro. He has a background in sales and in entrepreneurship. Yeah, I really respect him. Essentially, we had a coffee catch up and we were just talking about business, and since he has a sales background, I kind of told him how I approach businesses. I told him how I said it, and then during that conversation, he made me realize like, these businesses can see through that, right? He said, you need to leverage authenticity when you don't have credibility, because businesses would rather work with someone who's authentic. You know, say like, oh, I'm just starting out. I would love to do a few videos for you for my portfolio and also to help you with your... So my camera low-key overheated, so I moved locations, but what was I saying? What was I up to? Oh yes, I was saying that businesses would much rather work with someone who's authentic than someone who's faking credibility. Because I was saying, you know, my team, this and that, they're probably gonna expect the work to be professional. And then when I deliver something that's below their expectations, then there's gonna be a little bit of, you know, I probably won't be able to get that testimony. It probably wouldn't be a very good one. But if I was upfront at the very start and I'm like, hey, my name is Andrelle. I'm just starting out my social media agency and I was wondering if I can work with your local business because I really love your vibe and I think we can make something great together. But this is my page. I don't have anything on it yet, so I want to build my portfolio. He made me realize that businesses would much rather work with someone like that. So that was probably the biggest lesson. Just be honest and authentic and don't fake credibility where there's no credibility. We just completed our first shoot. How do you feel, bro?
I feel great.
Bro, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, bro. I can't lie. But next time, now we learned a lot though, huh?
Yeah.
The second lesson I learned from last week was not having a clear goal, because I didn't set a clear goal from week 1 to moving into week 2. So I was kind of just doing whatever. So for context, week 2, I only did 1 shoot. That's kind of diabolical because that's 7 days, 24 hours each day, and I only had 1 shoot. That kind of shows, you know, my lack of, I guess, commitment to actually building the business. Since I didn't set a clear goal, there was nothing to work towards. It's kind of like playing soccer without the goals or playing basketball without the net, right? It's like you're playing a game, just running around. So at the end of this video, I'll set... Papa, you can walk through. I'm gonna look at him. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna set a clear goal for week 3. That one's just pretty simple. The third thing I learned was, or a third lesson I learned was not waiting for all my cards to align. Last week and a bit of this week as well, which is week 3, I find myself thinking like, oh, I need to get this equipment, I need to get this before I can do this, which is the wrong mentality, because in reality, growth comes from giving it a go, even if not all your cards are aligned, right? And this is what I want this channel to be about. I want to show you that you don't need all your cards to be aligned. You don't need a certain background or all these resources to start. You just need to start. Was that third or fourth? Yeah, that was third. And the last lesson that I learned from week 2 is having an attitude of giving and not taking. I realized that a lot of businesses or a lot of people in general are very self-centered. I think that's just normal, like human nature. When you look at it from that perspective and you approach businesses or potential clients with the thought of, oh, how much money can I make from this person? All your actions and all your thoughts, like it might not show it directly, but they'll be able to tell indirectly through like, your lack of authenticity. Yeah, so I want to change my perspective from week 2 to this week 3, from needing and taking to genuinely wanting to add value to other people, whether it's, my audience or to other businesses. I want to genuinely add value. Yeah, so recap of week 2, we had one shoot and it was with a Filipino restaurant. There's definitely a lot of improvements that could have been made with that. First of all, me and my partner were late, like we were 30 minutes late, so they were already close to shutting when we got there. As I said at the start of the video, I was trying to act all professional and I've got it all figured out, when in reality that was my first time doing it, so I should have just been upfront with that. Yeah, the rest of the week I didn't really do much, to be transparent. It was just that one shoot, preparing for it, and then I kind of slacked off. I had my girlfriend's birthday and a few events, so I just slacked off. And goals for next week. Goals for week 3, I want to approach at least 10 businesses, and I'm going to record that, so I have proof, and I want to do at least 3 shoots. My name is Andrelle, and if you want to, I still don't know how to do an outro,